Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Day Recap, featuring market movements across indexes, sectors, technology, crypto, currencies, and commodities for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. This program highlights the key shifts and trends observed in the financial markets. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. Today's U.S. stock market indexes were mostly down. The S&P 500 index closed at 6,616.94, down 55.48 points, continuing a four-day decline with strong downward volatility. The Dow 30 index also ended lower by 498.52 points at 46,091.73, experiencing similar trends in volatility. Although the main indexes saw declines, market breadth was mixed. The S&P 400 MidCap and Russell 2000 indices showed gains, each up by 0.31%. Advances outnumbered declines in both indices over the day. Recent returns paint a cautious picture. The Nasdaq has a weekly total return of -2.04%, showing significant negative momentum. Conversely, the S&P 500 shows a year-to-date return of 12.5%, indicating longer-term strength despite recent fluctuations. Among sectors, energy was a standout performer, closing up 0.61% and continuing its strong positive trend. Both healthcare and real estate sectors also saw gains, up 0.54% and 0.36% respectively, but they remain resilient against previous sideways movements in range-bound markets. Consumer Cyclical led the decliners, down 2.4%, unchanged in negative momentum for 5 days running. Meanwhile, technology dropped 1.6%, amplifying the sector's mixed negative trend. Industrials also faced declines of 0.47%, continuing its strong negative trend amidst increased volatility. Global ETFs saw mixed performances today. The Mexico iShares ETF was the top performer, up 1.2%. Turkey and Philippines ETFs also posted gains, while India and Singapore ETFs were slightly down. Despite a recent downturn, Mexico ETF's year-to-date return is strong at 42.4%. On the other hand, Turkey and Philippines ETFs are down year-to-date, with declines of 7.1% and 4% respectively, highlighting continued negative trends. The spotlight is on leading tech companies facing downward pressure. Apple closed at 267.44, slipping 0.2, marking its fifth straight down day within a mixed positive trend. Alphabet ended at 284.96, shedding 0.64 despite maintaining a very strong positive trend. Amazon dropped significantly by 10.32, closing at 222.55, reflecting a clear negative trend after 5 consecutive days in decline. Meta Platforms decreased 4.32 to 597.69, enduring a 3-day decline with a very strong negative trend. Lastly, Nvidia closed down 5.23 at 181.37, embroiled in a mixed negative trend after 2 days of losses.
Checking out crypto, I'm Timothy Satoshi. Bitcoin climbs to currently sit at 92,622.14, rising by 521.54, while experiencing some downward turbulence over 6 days. Despite the upward price action, it remains in a strong negative trend. Ethereum follows, gaining 79.11 to 3,107 with a 2.6% rise, yet caught in a bearish trend. BNB rises 23.20 to 930.58, reporting a 2.5% increase amongst mixed signals. Solana surges by 9.54 to 140.37, up 7.2%, yet still grappling with a robustly negative trend. Concluding with Dogecoin, which spikes by 0.0089 to 0.1610, a notable 5.9% rise amid some downward volatility. Starting with Bitcoin, its week-to-date return shows a dip of 1.66%, while month-to-date drops further at 15.46%. In contrast, year-to-date hovers near steady. Ethereum notes a minor week-to-date advance of 0.48%, but monthly and yearly returns trend down. For BNB, year-to-date shines with 32.75%, despite setbacks this month. Solana achieves a weekly gain of 2.4%, showing resilience despite monthly returns of negative 24.99%. Dogecoin records a week-to-date uplift at 1.58%, though monthly and yearly figures remain negative.
For a look at foreign exchange, I'm Victoria Cashmore. The US dollar has strengthened across key currencies. Against the euro, the greenback is up 0.092% at 0.8633, marking a 4-day upward movement. Similarly, it shows a robust trend against the British pound with a strong upward breakout. The Japanese yen sees the dollar nearing a 1-year high, demonstrating volatility. In contrast, against the Australian dollar, the US dollar has dipped by 0.22% yet maintains a strong trend. Meanwhile, the Swiss franc exhibits a mixed positive trend for the dollar at 0.7997, up by 0.49%.
I'm Max Profit, along with our AI hosts Timothy Satoshi and Victoria Cashmore. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check in weekdays after 9:45 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 4 p.m. New York time for more market reports, and check in daily for in-depth stock, index, sector, crypto, currency, and commodity coverage. Thanks for watching.